Deputy Assistant Director of FBI, Mr. Dhanma, officials of the U.S. State Department, Bureau of Investigation, friends from media, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for being here this afternoon to celebrate the handover ceremony of this statue of Lakshmi Narayana. 37 years ago, in the year 1984, this statue had been stolen from a local temple in Nepal, and today, in the year 2021, I'm glad we have been returning it to the rightful place with the support of the U.S. government. I highly appreciate the government for all the efforts taken to make this occasion happen. This artifact is an idol of the Vasudeva Kamalaja belonging to the Narayan temple in the city of Patan, which is also known as Lalitpur, meaning that the city of fine arts, which is within the Kathmandu Valley. This unique sculpture is a composite form of Lord Vishnu and his consort goddess Lakshmi, both Hindu deities, which is being just shown here. This is the reason why this statue is also often cited as Lakshmi Narayana. This archaeological and cultural icon symbolizes the oneness and non-duality of male and female principles of the universe in the Hindu religion, and its creation dates back to many centuries. Sculptures like this are not just regarded as mere works of art, but they are revered as religious icons that members of the community pray to bring the people and the large community together. As a result of their religious value, these sculptures serve as embodiments of God and Goddess, as sacred objects of worship. From a grandmother taking an early morning visit to the temple to pray to these sculptures for the well-being of her family every single day, to a young couple praying for a happy conjugal life, the value of these sculptures lend towards memories with emotional and spiritual connections of the Nepali people. It is in many ways what gives life to these works of art. Most importantly, whichever part of the world they originate, such artifacts belong to the treasure of the mankind, the whole humanity. Such pieces of art, particularly those having direct socio-cultural significance, come alive with meanings when they are preserved in the very location they are first crafted. It is collective responsibility of all of us to protect and preserve such kind of treasures. This is precisely why our handover ceremony today is so significant. This is precisely why the work of bringing this back home to Nepal is a valuable work to all of us. Today is a landmark step in this regard. Let me say something about Nepal. Nepal is home to about 10 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, of which 7 are in Kathmandu Valley itself. The other 3 being Lumbini, the birthplace of Lord Buddha, which Excellency you have already mentioned. Chittagong National Park, which is a natural paradise. If some of you have been able to travel, it's a nice place to travel, which is also in the heritage, and Mount Everest National Park, which carries the tallest peak of the world, and we call it Sagarmatha. And we are talking about climate change, and then we should be also having some day in future to talk about how we protect such kind of our heritage, natural heritage, through our actions on climate. So these are some of the things we carry on. And Kathmandu Valley itself, many of you have already visited, I know. It is a museum of ancient arts and culture where this lost statue was also crafted. An historian, maybe he is an English historian, once said, and he said in the 18th century that Nepal possesses as many temples as houses are there, and as many gods as persons are there. It could be 18th century. These days people are more than gods, but anyway, those days, if that was the count one made, in Nepal's history. And this is simply because Nepal is a multilingual and also multicultural society with more than 125 ethnicities, and they speak as many languages as the ethnicities. So it's a diverse country, said to be a small country, but we are big enough to show the diversity, natural, cultural, and social diversities. However, the earthquake of 2015 destroyed many of the internationally recognized monuments, which also includes UNESCO designated World Heritage Sites. And those were preserved for centuries with all the efforts. But with strong support from international organizations, well-wishers of Nepal, and also the local communities, we have been able to reconstruct and rehabilitate most of such sites and architectures. Let me mention that the United States has made a significant contribution to the restoration of some of the cultural heritage in Kathmandu, destroyed by the earthquake. One important reconstruction project with U.S. assistance was the restoration of Charnar temple. It means four such gods. We have Narayana, which are said to be four Narayana, and four incarnations of the same God. So, which is also in Patan. This project was supported by the U.S. Ambassador's Fund for Cultural Preservation, the embassy located in Kathmandu. And as such, two of the U.S. ambassadors to Nepal have already visited the temple. The previous ambassador, Taplisi, visited and laid a stone for this restoration of the temple. And the current ambassador, Randy Berry, was there at the inaugural session of the event, and I was there to see the whole things happening as finance minister of the country. So I'm happy, and I appreciate the support provided by the U.S. government in many areas. I know there are several areas where we have been working together, but at this moment I would like to reiterate the support provided to protecting the cultural heritage of the country, which were damaged by the earthquake. So, as I said, the temple has been reconstructed in a new phase now. It's now in operation. And this current statue belongs to another Narayan temple in the vicinity of the same Charnar. So, whosoever goes there in Nepal to see the Charnar temple, one has also the opportunity to go and ask, where is the statue brought back from United States? So here it would be there located. So that would be our joint pride also, that we were able to recover our lost property. Of course, the handover of this historical artifact today will contribute to further deepening already existing close and friendly, multifaceted bilateral relation between Nepal and the United States, and it goes to 70 years, 7 decades. So it's a long relation, very friendly and very, I would say, cooperative. So I would therefore like to take this opportunity to first express my sincere appreciation and gratitude to the United States government. I think especially the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the State Department, the U.S. Embassy in Kathmandu in facilitating the return of this sculpture. Most importantly, I would like to extend special thanks to the Dallas Museum of Arts for realizing the handover today. I know how difficult task it was to carry the idol such a long way, and also to verify that this was Nepal's property, and I'm really thankful. I would also like to appreciate those in Nepal and abroad who worked hard for the return of this statue. The media, both in Nepal and abroad, have played a vital role in bringing this important matter into public awareness also. On behalf of the government of Nepal and Nepali people, I would like to once again thank everyone present here for your efforts in helping repatriate the statue of Vasudeva Kamalaja. I would like to mention that there remain many other stolen cultural artifacts to be restored globally. This is more work to be done in repatriating them to their rightful places. This is true not just for Nepali cultural artifacts, but also for the artworks from other parts of the world that have been stolen and trafficked abroad. I therefore would like to emphasize the importance of the UNESCO Convention of 1970, within the framework of which the present collaboration has taken place. Thank you once again. In closing, I thank once again the U.S. government and everyone involved in realizing today's handover of Vasudeva Kamalajaya statue of Nepal. I thank you all. Thank you.